All right, hello, my friends. Today is a very good day. We are going to be talking all about, you know exactly what, right behind me. I'm going to tell you 5 of my favorite facts about the MGA. So, let's do it. If you aren't familiar with this channel, welcome. We talk all about classic cars and primarily car history. That's kind of my jam. At this point, you might be wondering, who is that girl? Got a radio show that focuses on cars. Grew up at our family business, which is a mechanic shop that's been in business for over 40 years. And I'm kind of obsessed with car history. And if that is your cup of tea, well then by all means, press the subscribe button and then the like button. All right, now let's get down to business talking about the MGA, which was produced from 1955 to 1962. It succeeded the very successful MGT series, succeeded by the beloved MGB. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna tell you 5 favorite things about the MGA, and thing number 1 is it almost wasn't a thing. That's right, the MGA almost didn't happen. All right, now MG cars needed a successor to the T-Series, the MGTF 1500 Midget to be exact. And they created a prototype and they showed the big dog. And now, who's the big dog? Well, it was Sir Leonard Lord. I'm sure somebody's gonna make fun of me for that with my Texas accent, but Sir Leonard Lord was a captain of industry, all right? But Sir Leonard Lord had just signed a deal with Donald Healey of Austin-Healey. And because of that, he did not have any interest in putting any more dollars into another roadster. So really, it looked like at this point in time, the MGA was not gonna be a thing. But luckily, the sales of MG cars dropped. And so Leonard Lord changed his mind and went ahead and approved the MGA. It is important to mention how big of a deal Leonard Lord was, all right? He was a captain of the British motor industry. Just a part of Homeslice's legacy is the Mini. All right, now let's talk about thing number 2 you should know about the MGA. It's the A. Why the A in the MGA when it followed the MGT series? Could have been the MGS. Because it was so unlike any other MG. And that's very, very true when you think about the T-Series. And to MG cars, it was considered first of a new line, to quote their advertising. And that was correct because it really was a major design, a total styling break from the previous T-Series, as you can see. Really, at this point, I gotta digress, and if you're familiar with this channel, then you know that's what I do. Okay. I have the MGTD series to thank for me being a car enthusiast. You see, my dad's first car was a MGTD while he was in high school. And you know, at that point in time, you couldn't take a British roadster to your corner station mechanic and get it fixed. And he didn't have the money to do that anyways either. So he started working on cars, and we've been blessed to be in the mechanic business for over 40 years. Thanks, Dad. Also, talking about the T-Series is a good way for me to segue into, get my numbers right. Number 3 thing you should know about the MGA. Number 3 thing you should know about the MGA is that this was really MG Cars' first attempt at being aerodynamic. And really, the design of the MGA has an interesting story. And it starts in 1951 with driver George Phillips wanting a more streamlined design for his TD Le Mans race car. And George's new streamlined TD would be the inspiration, and that would serve as the major inspiration for MG designer Sid Never when he went on to design the MGA. Since we're already talking about the Le Mans, I should say that there were 3 MGAs entered into the 1955 Le Mans race. 2 of the cars finished. I think it was 12th and 17th place. And the 3rd car would have finished, however it crashed. And with those 2 completing cars, it really proved the worth of the new MGA. Talking about the Le Mans really kind of helps me segue into our 4th thing you should know about the MGA. All right, fourth thing you should know is that the MGA was the last foreign car to participate in NASCAR. They participated from 1960 to 1963. And now some of y'all might be thinking, foreign car in NASCAR? Oh yeah, it was a thing. And here's a little fun fact about my favorite car. The Jaguar XK120 was the first and the last import to win the NASCAR. I think it was like 1954. All right, so now, number 5 thing you need to know about the MGA. Now, do you really need to know these things? Probably not. But does it bring me joy to tell you about car history? Yes. And why I also think spreading car history is important is because the more knowledge folks have, the more appreciation. Enough of my yibber yabber. All right, let's take a quick little look around this beloved British Roadster. And also disregard the extension cords you're gonna see in the back. I'm not gonna move them. All right, so number 5 thing you should know about the MGA. Most of them were imported into the States. And that is by no means a shocker. This was a wonderful moment where the States were just getting flooded with European sports cars. As I've said in I don't know how many videos, this was no shocker. Because you see, post-World War II, a lot of European governments were telling their automotive makers that to export or die. And really, the American market was a cash mine for foreign automotive makers. In the 7 years of production, a smidge over 100,000 MGAs were ever made. And of that number, 6,000 stayed in the UK. And really, that's the norm. I think it was like 80% of the Austin-Healeys came over to the US. If you're interested in the full history video of the MGA and MG cars and the whole shebang, I'll have a link down below on a longer video. And a little reminder that if you like car videos, then by all means press the subscribe button or like button, or don't, that's cool too. What is your favorite of the MG cars? What do you think about the MGA? I mean, look at this. Look at this. You can't help but love it. What of these little facts surprised you the most? See anything in the background I should make a video on? Of course I should. So I have already made, this is a 1985 AC Mark IV Cobra, which is fabulous. You know, the whole Brian Inglis story is pretty cool. He pissed off Carroll Shelby. I have a video of that. If I remember, I'll put it down below. If not, we have 2 freaking Apollos. Only 80 of these were ever made. Less than 40 still exist. And we got 2 right here. That's freaking amazing. A 4-door Avanti. I need to make a video on that. But I have already made a video on the history of this Avanti. This R2. Raymond Loewy, fascinating guy. So designed this, and then we have the Skyhawk right behind me. Breathtaking. Okay, I'm digressing. I really shouldn't. But I am. I'm guilty of that. Anyways, you see anything I should make an extra video on? We have a 49 F1 Ford over there. So pleasant. And then, of course, you know, I'm a sucker for a first generation Mustang, because I got a 1965 fastback that I just love. All right, guys, I think we're done. I'm ready to go have a beer. So let's do it. Bye.